Then Monday, it will turn a little bit fresher again. But overall, I think there'll be plenty of dry and bright weather around. Bye-bye.
You're watching BBC Newsroom Live. It's midday and these are our top stories. The European Council President Donald Tusk has strongly criticised Boris Johnson's call to scrap the Irish backstop without proposing a realistic alternative. A 20-year-old man has appeared in court charged with murdering the police officer Andrew Harper while he was investigating a burglary. It's emerged that Jeffrey Epstein signed a will 2 days before killing himself in his New York jail cell while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. The Foreign Office says it is concerned over reports that a British consulate worker in Hong Kong has been detained after crossing into mainland China. The UK has one of the worst survival rates for ovarian cancer in the world, and the cases in younger women and girls are now on the rise. Australian batsman Steve Smith is ruled out of the third Ashes test at Headingley following his concussion at Lord's after being hit on the head. Good afternoon and welcome to BBC Newsroom Live. I'm Rachel Schofield. In the last half hour, the European Commission has said the UK needs to come up with a realistic, legal and operational alternative to the backstop, which was negotiated in the Brexit withdrawal agreement, if it wants to scrap it. Boris Johnson wrote a letter yesterday to the European Council President Donald Tusk, in which he said the backstop was anti-democratic and inconsistent with the sovereignty of the UK and suggested that alternative arrangements could replace it. But the EU says that his claims are incorrect and misleading. Well, to remind you, the UK and the EU had agreed on the backstop as a way of preventing the return of border checks between Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic. It would essentially keep the UK in the EU customs union and see Northern Ireland stay aligned to some rules of the EU single market. Our correspondent Adam Fleming gave us the latest reaction from Brussels that the Boris Johnson approach does not solve the problem.